Hey guys, Chris Rangel with AIM. Always in motion. Action in motion, achievement in motion. Hey, I want to talk to you a little bit, kind of a touchy subject. So you need to put your seatbelt on and strap it in because we're going to come at you, all right? So here's what I'd like to talk to you about. And it is a real subject. Sometimes you need to put away the fluff when it's time to get tough. Now, I know in the business industry, that service industry, that your student's always first, your patient is first. If you're in the medical industry or you're customer-based, your online presence, wherever that you're at, your customer's always right. However, there are times when you need to put that aside and put what's best for your business, what's best for you, and what's best for your student. So what we're going to talk today is in a culture where we try to fluff everything, especially to the parent, because I mean, I know that, let's just take, for instance, let's say you have little Johnny that you know that he is a consistent payer. He shows up, buys all the equipment, does all the events. His mom supports you, does everything, or they're prominent. And but Johnny just has this behavior issues, right? So many times he's disrupting class, or he's just not getting it. He's not doing his homework, and you are the liaison between him and the parent. Well, I'm here to tell you, instead of telling Johnny, hey, you're doing so great, or Johnny, man, you're trying hard, we got to do this. Guys, put away the fluff. Be real with them. That's what parents want. That's what your student wants. And that's how I've maintained keeping students on retention for an average of about 12 years. The retention factor comes when they have that trust, when they know that 100% you're there to instill into their life, and at times you're the one that delivers that hard blow. You have to give that tough talk. Now, you don't berate the kid. You don't come in and come both guns blazing. But what you do is sit down and or maybe just stop the motion and stop the action, whatever's going on in class. And you just say, hey, look, straighten up. Here's where we're off. We're getting off target. I need you to reel it in. Let's get in gear. And sometimes, and this is very, very unpopular, but this is what I truly believe. The way that I impact my students the very most is I make sure that they know that they're accountable for everything. If one person messes up, guess what? The entire class gets push-ups. I know that's not a popular thing. And, you know, most books would tell you, do not ever punish with exercise or call out anybody. That's not the popular method to use. However, it's what works for me. It's what could work for you. I'm just telling you the what. I can definitely show you the how. All right, so here's the deal. If you teach them that way, then they're accountable for the way that they act at school, the way that they act at work, the way that they act in relationships, the way they act on the softball field, or when they become a parent and they're that softball parent. Everything that you do has a reaction, right? So every action has a reaction. If I do things in a positive way, do the things that I'm supposed to do, then the people that I'm with, they're rewarded. My family's rewarded. If I go out and do things that would be embarrassing to my family or catastrophic to the family, or something that might hurt my community or my business or my parents' business or things like that, well, that's going to impact everybody. And it all starts out with just the small correction. So if I can have a student that might have an issue with behavioral disorder, or they don't seem to pay attention, or just easily distracted, I call them right there on the spot, along with adults, along with my instructors, and we're accountable for all of our actions. I'm accountable as well. If I call out something or I misspeak, I let my students give, at the end of class, of course, I'll pay them back 50 push-ups. It's iron sharpens iron, and we have to get into that mode. We do that by always in action, always in motion. always taking action on the small things to the large thing. Correct attention to detail, and then achievement through those details. You'll have that attention span that'll increase. You'll have the parents behind you. I guarantee it. I've had students that are coming in multiple generations now because of things that we did early on in their training. I'm seeing students that have gone on and done some incredible things when everybody else was ready to give up on them, and all it took was a simple, tough talk. If I have a student that's just not getting it, I pull them to the side afterwards, or I'll have it in front of a team meeting, or I'll talk to the parent. If the parent says, hey, how'd he do? And I'll say, well, not so hot today. Wasn't paying attention. I had to call him out, cause the rest of the class to get push-ups. We need to work on this. The kid that gets in trouble at school, hey, I give him that, hey, you're on a 4-week sit-out. Your parents still are going to pay. And if it happens again, you won't be my student anymore. And I approach things like that for consistency. If you're firm, fair, and consistent, and you put these things and implement them, and you have that tough talk up front, your parents will respect you, your students will respect you, your business will grow, and you personally will grow because you're going to impact the life of somebody just such a powerful way you have no idea. So, let me teach you how. I just gave you the what. So let's put it in. Apply the AIM principle. Always in motion, action in motion, achievement in motion. Have an awesome day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.